Marsha Blackburn. Senator Blackburn, that's one of the themes here. No more. No more appeasement. No more phone calls. You can't play Trump. He's coming right after Putin. What'd you make of that press conference today?
Larry, when you look at what is taking place, you are seeing President Trump work overtime to try to achieve peace, and he's doing it through strength. And he realizes, of course, that it is going to be so important that we move forward. We look at sanctions. We look at every tool in the toolbox. And, of course, beginning the weapons sales to Ukraine is one portion of this. People want to see this Russia-Ukraine situation resolved. They want this war to stop. They want Ukraine to be able to return to productivity. And they are watching what Putin is doing, and they're saying enough is enough. And they're ready to see some action.
You know, only problem I had today, and I thought it was a fabulous press conference, I wouldn't wait 50 days to slap a big tariff on, whether it's 100% or I know the Senate is circulating 500%. I wouldn't wait 50 days. I'd slam their economy right now. Put the screws on it. Really hurt them.
And that's, you know, people want to see some action because they are tired of this. And they know that Putin has been the aggressor in this. And they know the Ukrainian people have fought valiantly to protect themselves and to protect their country and to protect their sovereignty.
One other point, Senator Blackburn. I know it's unfashionable, but I'm not sure we are spending enough on defense. I mean, the Wall Street Journal editorial, I know they're super hawks over there, but the numbers are, you know, we're asking NATO to spend 5% of GDP. Okay, terrific. We're really only spending slightly more than 3% of GDP. That might not even hold. Reagan, at the height of the Cold War, you remember, 6.5% of GDP. I just wonder, ma'am, whether we're spending enough to replenish, to build, you know, the naval ships and the whole 9 yards. What you think about that?
Well, Larry, one of the things we have to bear in mind is that during the Obama years, followed along by what happened in the Biden years, you did not see investment in our blue water Navy, or you didn't see the kind of growth we needed to be exercising in hypersonics. And because of this, we're at a time where we do need to be playing catch up, if you will, in order to have the number of ships, the number of planes, the number, what we need with flight, with vertical lift. And we need to make certain that our men and women in uniform have what they need to carry out their mission and to meet that mission. And technology provides so many new applications that they are going to be able to use. So I would say it's not just the building program, it's the innovation program. Yeah. And making certain that our military is working with the private sector, with bright minds, that they're innovating and finding out how to do more with less and how to innovate in order to keep our...
All right. Senator Blackburn.
When